Good evening, people. My name is JR. I am the FR Gooner. I'm joined here by Lito. Boy, just been watching Arsenal against Fulham, which finished 1-1. How do you feel, bro? I feel a bit deflated.
Yeah, that's the exact word I was going to use, bro. Like, it's to go from the highs of Thursday to the lows of today. Like, just so much went wrong. Like, it's just I just want to forget about Arsenal for the next week or so, man. Because
this is what
it's literally like that all the time, bro. They're just constantly embarrassing us, and I don't know what's going on sometimes, bro.
Yeah. No, ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. It's exactly that. It's, euphoria from Thursday. Great result, great performance. Got everyone in the camp, all the fans buzzing about how we can perform. Probably our best performance of the season, to be fair.
Definitely.
To go to Fulham, who are second from bottom or something like that.
Yep.
And have a draw with them. Ridiculous, but that sums up Arsenal, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Especially the last couple seasons.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, let's start from the beginning. Starting lineup. How did you feel about it?
On paper, I thought this team should beat Fulham. Like, in no disrespect to Fulham, I actually like Fulham in it, but it's obvious they're gonna go down. It's just a matter of time, innit?
Yeah.
But that team that Arteta put out initially, that team should be able to deal with Fulham. Do you get me? Give them their due though, innit? Like they played their hearts out. But yeah, we should have been able to deal with them. I was a bit concerned about El Nene, tiny bit. I was going
to say in the middle of the park, we've kind of seen.
It was light. Yeah.
Yeah, like El Nene and Ceballos. I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing it work, to be quite honest.
Not at all. And then, to be fair, Xhaka right left back, he's been doing all right of late. So
yeah.
And he did well today. Actually, I think he did well today. Kind of put himself on the line, which was good.
Yeah. Would you keep him as left back instead of Cedric in the semi-finals of Europa?
Do you know what? I wouldn't want to tempt fate, so I don't think so. Spanish team as well, Villarreal, going to be a bit different. Probably play is going to be a bit slicker. Counter might be a bit more dangerous than Slavia. So I think that night, especially because we're away first, I believe. I think we're away first. Yeah. So he's got to get it spot on over there. Like we have to come back with a result. Like there's no way we can't. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't keep Xhaka there. And I think Xhaka Partey partnership in the middle will be vital that night as well, especially if them two are on job. So, but he's done well, man. I have to take my hat off to him, man. He's done well. Like, I didn't know he had it in him, to be fair.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, I kind of feel the only thing that would prevent me from playing Xhaka left back, so to speak, in that match is Emery kind of knows him, and I kind of feel.
Oh yeah, true.
One thing, if Villarreal, I don't know much about their team, but if they got pace, then they could exploit him. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and also as well, with Xhaka in his head, like if Emery's clever, he'll get someone just to annoy him, throughout that match, because he's liable to lash out.
For real.
But if I'm honest with you, if Arteta did play him at left back, and he'd studied Villarreal, I've got nothing against it. I mean, I was one who was saying, what are they doing? How could you play him left back? But he's done well, to be quite honest. He's looked solid.
He has, man. Yeah, definitely.
Even today when he was injured. And
like the three consecutive tackles one. Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, not even left back. I thought, you know what, we could put Cedric there anyway. But then in the center of the park, I always like to have Jack on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely. Especially like you said, the last couple of games, he's been a driving force, man, which is nice to see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And we talk about him a lot, and we've got negative things. People got negative things to say about him, but when he's not playing, we see what we're missing, to be quite honest.
True.
You know,
Yeah, very true.
So yeah, but also I wanted to pick up on in terms of the lineup. Obviously he started with Bellerin, he started with Gabriel, and Holding. Who in terms of our centre backs, we start there. Who do you think is our best centre back partnering?
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, starting to have major question marks over Gabriel, man. Like, I don't know if he's a confidence player and he needs a run of games. It could be that, but sometimes I don't know. I find he's very reactionary, but in a sense of it's a bit of panic involved. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So he does kind of rash things. Not even today with a penalty, but just in general, like last couple games he's played, it's been very like panicked kind of last minute clearances or kind of like, you know, borderline fouls. And so I personally prefer Mari.
Okay.
I like what he brings to the team in terms he's very calm. He seems to be a good reader of the game.
Yeah.
He does things in good time. He's vocal. So I think for me, Mari and Holding would be my preferred centre-back pairing, even though that in itself sounds a bit mad, because when you look at the two of them, you know, they're not the nippiest. There is a brain between them, but I don't know, aesthetically, you wouldn't put those two together. So, and with Luiz being injured as well, who, when he doesn't do stupidness, he's quite good. So, but yeah, I think for now, right now, if we're going to go now, I'd say Mari and Holding.
Yeah.
And I was actually shocked that Chambers didn't start as well.
At right back, yeah?
Yeah.
So. I think because we're seeing by with Fabrizio Romano, he's talking Bellerin's due to go. I was shocked
to be honest.
Yeah. I was shocked then today that he was made captain, and also that you're right that he actually started, to be quite honest.
I just think he I feel like he's done his time here.
Yeah.
I think for himself, he needs like a new challenge.
Yeah.
And yeah, Arsenal, I think his time is up. I think everyone sees it. Manager, himself. He's voiced it anyway. He said he agreed to do one more season for Arteta, apparently. Yeah. Okay. So he can go and find pastures new and wish him all the best.
And fair play to him. Like, I think you know, I've got no hard feelings against Bellerin. He hasn't had the best of seasons, but half the Arsenal team haven't, to be quite honest. And I think you're right. Is he needs something new now. In regard to your partnering, I agree, to be quite honest. You know, I think that Gabriel, I think he's had a decent season. I think we've got a good defender in him. I think he's a bit naive at times, though. I think there's a bit of naivety, and it kind of lets him down. He's got a lot to learn, you know, the Premiership. And that's about adjusting to the Premiership, to be fair. For a first season, I wouldn't say he's had a terrible season, to be quite honest. Do you know what I'm saying? He's had some good performances. But at the same time, I would put Pablo Mari and Holding as our centre-back partnering. Reason being as well, if we look at the stats, Gabriel is joint with Xhaka with the most mistakes leading to actual goals for the opposition.
Okay.
But also in terms of aerial duels won, Holding is top. He's the highest in terms of our defence, of winning those aerial duels. He has played slightly more than I think he's played about 23 matches. Gabriel and Luiz has played 16. Gabriel's played about 17, and Pablo Mari's only played about 8. You know, so there is a disparity between the amount of matches that have been played. But I feel a lot more confident when Holding and Maria there. Like you said, like there is a lack of pace, but I always just feel like Gabriel may have a little. I don't know. He's
got a mistake in him, innit?
He's got a mistake in him sometimes. I'm not even blaming him for today. We'll touch on that in a bit, but yeah, I just feel like he's got a mistake in him, to be quite honest. Yeah, and even with Chambers, I don't know what are you, Cedric? Are you a Cedric man or are you a Chambers?
No, I like Cedric. I like Cedric a lot.
Yeah,
I from when he came, I'm not excited, but I thought it's a good addition to the squad. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
100%.
But with him being kind of deployed as a left back at times, it's hard because obviously that's not his natural position, but he still does a good job. So
Yeah.
I like the way he plays his heart out. You know what I mean? He's constantly running. He kind of never gives up on the ball. He goes in for challenges. So I think for a small period of time, he could do a job. I wouldn't put him there long term. But I think he'd be good cover for Bellerin. Like put him on the right. You know, if you're not going to play Bellerin.
So you put Bellerin, because obviously what I'm thinking is, do we need enough? If we've got Bellerin moves on, we've got Cedric and Chambers remaining. Do we need another right back? Would you look, or would you, are you confident in them?
Nah, I would want someone else just to freshen things up a bit. Someone like Max Aarons for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Would be a good buy. Who's the other guy we was looking at? Was it Hakimi?
Yeah, but I think he said something
Inter.
about Lamptey as well.
Signed or something.
Yeah.
So, but I wouldn't mind Max Aarons. He's young, British, rapid. And to be fair, he's part of the Norwich team that's just come up. So that's probably lessened our chances of getting him or him leaving in general now.
Yeah.
So, but I'd want an additional player to challenge Chambers and Cedric.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Cedric. I think after that mistake, I think it was his fault for the Slavia Prague goal that we let in the last minute. I think he fell asleep and the man came in behind him and got the goal. But he hasn't made too many mistakes. If I'm honest, he's looked as a squad member. I'm happy for him to be there. I like Chambers. Like not a lot of people want to give him the chance, but I like Chambers. I mean, he was there Fulham's player of the season. He can play in the centre midfield as well. Play centre back and play right back. He's a versatile player. And he gets forward as well. And I like him, to be quite honest. Like,
me too.
Not many people.
I always have.
Yeah.
I always have. But I think he's just pace. He's got a sick cross on him, which we've been seeing last couple of games he's played.
Yeah.
But I think on his day, there's certain players that would leave him in the dust. That's when you kind of put more pressure on your centre backs. That's when mistakes could happen. And I mean, any player, it could happen to any player, don't get me wrong. But I think especially in that right back position where you're playing a team with good wingers, you've got to be on point. Do you know what I mean? So but he's another one that's kind of multi-player. You know what I mean? He can fill in midfield if need be.
100%. He's a good squad.
So good squad.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I just had a flashback from the match and realised that we drew this game with Fulham, who are about to get relegated. And you know what, people? That's why I couldn't wear my Arsenal kit today. Because it was disappointing. I went into the match looking at the opportunities if we did win the match. I kind of felt when we did win the match, that's how confident I was. And then Arsenal being Arsenal, I've let me down again, man. I mean, now we're 8 points from top 6. There's 6 games to go. What are you saying? Is the option for Europa at least? Bearing in mind that I believe, and I don't know the technicalities of it, but if one of the top 5 win the FA Cup or the Carling Cup, then there's
it frees up a space
or something like that. Do you think it's over for us now in terms of actually getting anything in
the league? I think that Arteta has literally pinned everything on Europa, and because of that, it's kind of blindsided him in the league. So he's gonna make decisions that he feels is best to put them in a better position for Europa.
Yeah.
So with that being said, yeah, I think
it's done.
8. Because we keep doing that.
Yeah.
Keep doing that.
Yeah.
Like you'll hear the commentators before a match like, oh, a win today puts them 2 points behind Tottenham, or it draws back this, and then every time we face a hurdle like that, we never make it. Like we never clear it. So
yeah,
I think literally everything is riding on Europa, and I think it's clouded Arteta's judgment and maybe his rationale a little bit, because he's so fixated on like we have to win that, we have to win that. He's kind of neglecting the other areas. But I don't know, maybe that's the instructions that's coming from up above. Like we just never know. But I can't see us winning the next 6 games. I'm not saying that we'll lose them all. Yeah, but I just can't see 3 points in every game. So.
Yeah, it did. I mean, looking at the players today, it didn't even look like they were training, bro. Like especially the first half, it's like a testimonial, or they're just about to finish up training. Like there was no. It's like Fulham were there for the beating. That you could tell they're a poor team. I don't think they really had any shots really on target apart from the penalty. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, literally. And we didn't take advantage of that. You know, I mean, we still got Chelsea to play. We still got Everton to play from those remaining 6 games, and obviously they're above us. And if we do beat them, it would help our plight into getting into that top 6, top 5, whatever. I don't know, but yeah, it's looking a bit unlikely, if I'm honest with you, and that's why it's disappointing, to be quite honest, because I kind of feel that you can't put all your eggs in one basket at this stage. You know, I think that's a mistake to do. You just got to continue, just keep on going, and just this league is a crazy league. We know that everything's happening. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you just got to continue to say, look, we had 6 more games, or whatever, 7 more games before today. Like, let's just go out there and look to win all those matches. And today and it's like we've got Fulham today, boys. How you gonna draw with Fulham and they nearly beat you, to be quiet, and they have none of the match. I mean, first half it was terrible, bro. Martinelli, it's boring. It really was boring. Like it looked like we went. You know when you go to see a World 11 match in pre-season. You see man like Van Nistelrooy or Bergkamp on the pitch and everything's there and everyone's cheering and happy. Now it's one of those matches. It was an absolute joke, man. I was good to see Martinelli start, but if he didn't start him, I'd be thinking, what's going on? And he, you know, I like the fact that Martinelli, I like his energy. He had a few chances in the first half. I'll put that down to lack of match sharpness, while he couldn't put them away. But yeah, man, it was a poor first half, if I'm honest with you, from all the team. Even the guys, I thought Partey should have started as well, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah,
I would have started him.
He should always start.
Yeah,
controls the game, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. You can tell, like, even was it Sheffield United, like when he done that little dink and then he just played the ball through. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things, like Elnene's not going to do that for you. Yeah, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. But let's get down to the second half anyway. Like, firstly, was that a penalty, bro? Honestly,
not for me. I think it was harsh. I think Gabriel stopped just in time. The only reason I think it was given is because his foot was literally just a touch higher than, I think it was Lamina or whoever it was.
Yeah,
just a touch higher, so it looked like he came down onto his foot, but he actually goes in under Gabriel when Gabriel's kind of stopped. Do you get what I'm saying? But then even before that, the offside check with Aina, which was given onside, was exactly the same as what happened the one to that us. They didn't give us
in the first half.
It makes no sense. It
absolutely
makes no
ridiculous,
sense,
bro. Do you know what? The only thing I can put it down to is this referee's dodgy, bro. This is the same guy from
you don't like
earlier from the Wolves match. Like, you know, when he got Luiz sent off and burnt Leno and you know, gave away the penalty as well. Like, that was ridiculous, to be honest. I mean, you're gonna. firstly, I was thinking, when I was watching that replay for their penalty, I was thinking, all right, firstly, it's offside anyway. So they're giving it for the first one, for our one in the first half. So therefore, they're definitely going to give this one. So they didn't give that. All right, okay. But then we're looking at the fact that, like you said, Gabriel stopped before Lemina's is come into his pathway.
Yeah.
So he's anticipated that, the guy's he's looking for the penalty, basically.
Of course. Yeah.
And that's their only opportunity to score. I don't understand what angle you could look at that and think that is a penalty. It was
he
shocking.
Didn't even go to the screen and nothing. Like
I couldn't believe it. Like it was horrible. And I was thinking, and that for me, that's the problem with Arsenal though, because even with the Wolves match, we let teams come back into the match.
Yeah.
Like that game should have been done in first half. It should have been over.
Yeah.
Ceballos was unlucky. It was a good goal. Personally, it was a good goal from him. And then we got disallowed. But Fulham were not in this match. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating being an Arsenal fan, bro.
Bro, I just wanted it. I wanted the game done early. So I wanted Laka off at 60 because obviously he's our main guy now.
Yeah.
So we gotta be careful with him, and then look what happened. So everything that could have went wrong. Do you know what I mean? And I don't even think the players went into the game like, it's Fulham, they're almost down, we can deal with this. Like, no, they actually treated it like a competition. Yeah. We had one result that went against us. Cool, we go again. We were all over them. They came back into it. They got their penalty, and then, they're fighting for their life. That's what they do. Yeah. So we're popping it around, we're crossing balls in, injury, Laka comes off. But I think as well, Arteta is too slow to react. So I think 50 minutes, 55, 60, you could see El Nene wasn't effective anymore. Get Partey on. Pepe, get him on. He just, for me, just takes too long to make that react.
It's like he's overthinking the situation, and it's like he's thinking what to do, and he's feeling the pressure. And you're 100% right, to be quite honest. I think he takes too long, and that's been one of his issues throughout the season. Fair play to Emery. I kind of feel that I don't want to compare the two, but he did make decisions a lot earlier than Arteta seems to make them. But the goal was given. And like you said, Lacazette got injured. That is so. I just hope that's not a serious injury, because how long does a guy take to recover from malaria? Even though Lacazette being out is damaging for us playing Villarreal, and the other option we have is obviously Martinelli, who's not really had enough games to have the confidence to put him up front, centre forward, and also as well, or Eddienketiah, who scored today. Fair play, Nketiah, sorry, who scored today. But come on. As soon as that man came on, I said, do you know what? It's done. The game's done. It's over. We're not winning. It's over. And to be fair, he got the goal. I don't even know what they were watching that as well. I was thinking, they're gonna take libbies with us again. But Eddie's not the guy, man. Eddie's not the guy.
Unfortunately, not. Yeah, unfortunately not. I do like Eddie. I just don't see it happening for him at Arsenal.
No,
that's the only thing. I think I'm not gonna disrespect him and say he needs to drop down to the champ or whatever. But there's a team that's there that he can thrive in. It's just not going to be Arsenal. I think somewhere like a Palace.
But
a team that comes up maybe that is quite solid, that just needs that kind of poacher type player.
Yeah,
that's where he needs to go.
But you know what? Yeah, the only thing I would say, you're right. I think I see a Palace or a team that comes up, but I still don't even think he'll be first team. I think he'll start off as first team, but then he'll start coming off from the bench and then getting an odd goal here and there. I just think that his record is clinical in the academy, but when it comes to the Premiership, it's a different ball game, and I don't think he's good enough for it. And if I can't see him playing first team, starting for Crystal Palace, then what is he doing in the Arsenal squad?
Yeah.
No disrespect, and like you said, he seems like a good guy. But and he will find a team, but it's just not Arsenal for me personally.
Yeah. I just think if you're chasing a game, you need a goal. Eddie's not the first person I'm going to think to bring things on and change things up. Do you know what I mean?
Saying that he scored today, but we're still saying that.
I know, but and that's the thing. Like he in the box, he's good. Right place, right time.
Right place. Yeah.
But what more? There's more to it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, cool, we got the point today, whatever. But yeah, there's a lot more to it than that. And plus, look, you got Lacazette ahead of you. You got Oba ahead of you. Balogun's gonna sign
Balogun as well.
The new deal. You're not gonna make him sign. I'm assuming give him a little bit more money and not play him. So that seems like that's the position that Balogun's gonna take is Eddie.
Yeah.
So
no, you're right. No, I think it is over him. And like I forgot, like Balogun is obviously he's due to sign if he hasn't signed already. So and I look, that excites me more. You know, him, Miguel Aziz, you know, Amari Hutchinson
as well.
Hutchinson as well. Like those type of players, they excite me. But Eddie, I just feel like I wish him all the best. But no, and it goes with El Nene as well. Like he had his stint at the beginning of the season, where I was like, right, okay, you got something in you. But listen, like it's time to go now. So Bios as well. I think there's a couple players, Bellerin as well. There's a couple players that I feel that, you know, that's the difference. Like in that, when we had that first team against Slavia Prague and we wanted to win it, we went at them. The problem we have is we don't have that full squad. We started to get rid of the deadwood, but we haven't got the squad where we can say, all right, this man's not playing, so we're going to bring in this man, and I've got confidence. A certain man like El Nene and Ceballos starting, it's like, no, it's not happening, you know. And it should have happened against Fulham, but it didn't. Even Eddie, when he came on, I can't think of one Arsenal fan that would say, yes, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Eddie's on. Don't worry. Lacazette's injured. Eddie's here. Nah. If I can't rely on you when the next man's injured, then you're not good enough. You're not good enough for our team. You know. So,
and it's not even personal because I see a lot of people out there on social media. It's like attacking him, but it's not even that. It's just that we, especially like you and me, we've been around for a while. We know Arsenal of old, and we've had many highs, so we 100%. Know the levels. You know what I mean? And not everyone's gonna make that level, unfortunately. So I think he for his own career and his own development, he should seek new pastures where he can get his head down, work hard, find a team that works for him, a manager that's going to really take that time out to help him develop. And I think he'll definitely go on to big things, man. 100%.
100%. For me, he's like a Danny Welbeck in a way. Danny
was my guy still.
And I kind of rate Danny a bit more. Obviously, he's always injured. That's the only thing. But Danny had a bit more about him, to be fair. But like you said, it's no. I don't mean to. It's not a shot at Eddie. And I wish him all the best. And I hope he does well. And I think he will do well at another club. It's just not for He's just not for Arsenal. I don't think he's at the level that we actually require. So, but I mean, Everton. I think Everton's our next match. So you kind of feel that the Europa League is, qualifying for the Europa League is kind of done now. So we got to go out there and win it. I mean, Arteta's a master. He seems like he's good in the cup competitions. So,
except for FA Cup this season, but
yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
I'm not gonna say too much about Europa. Hopefully a couple players come back. Man. It's a good opportunity for us. And we'll see. But I unfortunately, before the match, I was thinking, do you know what? In the back of my head, we could qualify for Europa through the Premiership. After today, deflated. I don't think it's feasible now.
I can't see it.
But hopefully we do well in Europa and we win it. Actually winning the cup. I'm not gonna lie though, it's messed up the Sunday, for me. Hopefully,
I'm just blanking it out, man.
Rob. Just go and enjoy your Sunday roast, man, and enjoy the rest of the day, your family, etc. It's nice weather out there.
For real.
Listen, Lito, we appreciate you being with us today, man. Thank you
Yes,
for your
bro.
time. Until next time, yeah, take care, bro.
All right, then, brother. Take care,
People, I
man.
just want to say as well, like, if you like what you see, please like, please subscribe, please share with your people. We're on a journey and we want you to join us. Until next time, take care.